Things to do in Barranco. This is all on the Barranco embedded Google walking tour map, which you can get by clicking the link below this YouTube video. Barranco is one of the 43 neighborhoods of Lima, Peru, because it's where many of the leading artists, authors, musicians, designers, and intellectuals live. It has a disproportionate amount of beauty and attention, and so it's fun to be around there. Historically, Barranco was a beach resort for the wealthy of Peru. It's also one of the most popular surfing locations and produces some of the best surfers in the world. If you click the below embedded free Google Maps walking tour, it will walk you through many of the most photo-worthy places in Barranco. It'll seem like a bizarre walk, but it's intentional to get you to walk past what I like. The first stop is the metro or bus stop for Barranco. This is just a bus stop, but you have to start the walk here in order to get Google to direct you past everything of interest. From this spot to the next, you'll be walking past a nightlife area and a brewery. The next stop is Barranco Park. This is the central park of Barranco. You'll see a beautiful church and a water fountain here at the center of Barranco, along with families playing with their children and all ages, lovers in the park. It's a beautiful little park. Bridge of Sighs. This bridge is over a small park where lovers rendezvous. For that reason, you can hear sighs while you are on the bridge. There are lovers below the bridge on the bench sighing, as lovers often do. In Spain, it's fairly conservative. No one's doing anything that you need to hide from your children, but it's called Bridge of Sighs. Iglesia La Ermita. This is a beautiful church and park on the other side of the Bridge of Sighs. When you leave the church area and walk to the next stop, you'll walk by Tostadura Buceta. It's a coffee shop which is located in an old mansion. And by the way, there's a link here, even though my pronunciation is terrible. You can click on the link, grab a cup of coffee along the way. Next stop, Barranco's Backpacker. This backpacker hostel is just a place I picked because it's near the top of the stairs that Google will direct you down to get to the next landmark. So it's only in the tour to get you to walk past this beautiful picture. These stairs have some great street art and a bohemian feel. The above woman is the first mural at the top of the stairs you will see. Next stop, Rustica Costa Verde. Again, this is a landmark stop to get you to walk down a set of stairs to the Pacific Ocean view. And this part of the walking path has a great view and hippies selling jewelry. Remember, life is the path, not necessarily a specific destination. As you leave the beach and return back from where you came, the next stop will take you under a bridge with some beautiful street art. And as you walk, after you pass under the bridge, you'll continue walking to 𝐈𝐍𝐼𝐻. This gorgeous mansion, built in 1875, now functions as a chic cocktail lounge. Go inside and check it out if it's open, or come back at night and party. It's also on our Barranco Nightlife walking tour. It's a gorgeous mansion you really need to see the inside of. The last stop on the Barranco walking tour is 𝐂𝐐𝐬𝐿 Gallery. The 𝐂𝐐EVL Gallery is an art gallery on the edge of a lovely park surrounded by ancient mansions. If you like to walk or run or exercise, just step down the stairs at the end of the park on the Pacific Ocean, and there are literally miles of concrete sidewalks north and south to tickle your feet and your eyes. Okay, so there's a Google Maps walking tour. Just click the link below this YouTube video. Things to do in Miraflores, Peru. If you stay in Barranco like we did, you can catch a bus from this Estación Bolívar in Barranco direct to this station Miraflores for 2.5 soles, which is about 75 cents. An Uber from Barranco to Miraflores is about 8 soles or 2.25. Either way, you're probably not going to break the bank. From the above bus station in Miraflores, you can take this walking tour on Google Maps. It goes to the following places and then drops you at another bus station in Miraflores that you can take back to Barranco or Old Town Lima, wherever you're staying. First stop in Miraflores, Parque John F. Kennedy. This is a nice park to go for a walk during the day. On the day we were here, there were artists selling their work in the park. There's also It's also right next to the party area in Miraflores. In case you want to dance the night away, just come here at night and you'll hear the music. Next stop, 𝐂𝐎𝐒𝐻. In case you are tired of Peru's low prices, this is a gorgeous shopping center right on the Pacific Ocean. You can pay $10 to $20 for an American food chain or buy a $100 pair of jeans from a European designer. And in case you're feeling like you want to shop somewhere expensive, but it is beautiful to walk by. The next stop is Malecón de Miraflores. This is just a great way to walk along the cliff over the beach in a beautiful area of the world. You can rent a bike if you like, but we just walked. While you see paragliders over your head, there is a natural lift from the Pacific Ocean breezes, so they are there most days flying overhead. Book a paraglider if you'd like at the below link. Final stop, Huacapuclana. You may not know that the Americas had advanced cultures at the time. Other parts of the world were just bashing each other's skulls with rocks. Peru is not all about Machu Picchu anymore. This is an adobe pyramid located in Miraflores, district of Lima. It was built starting in around 200 AD. Stop by here and let the descendants of this culture explain how this pyramid served as an important ceremonial and administrative center for the Lima culture of its time. If you stay in Barranco, we suggest this Google Maps walking tour. It will take you from a Miraflores stop through Miraflores back to another Miraflores station, and you can get home from there. Map link provided, embedded. Okay, funky, cool neighborhoods of Lima, Peru. I just completed a 2-week stay in Lima. I read about where to stay in Lima before booking in the Barranco district of Lima, but during the 2 weeks, I got to visit much of Lima. As a temporary visitor, there are really only 2 areas I would consider staying, or maybe 3. You see, I like to be able to walk out my front door and be somewhere interesting. I don't want to have to take a taxi to enjoy my immediate surroundings. With that rule in mind, there are really only 3 places I would consider staying in Lima. Old Town Lima, Miraflores, and Barranco. I'll start with Old Town Lima. I was last in Lima 9 years ago, and that time I would not have stayed in Old Town Lima, but Old Town Lima seems to be raising its game. This area is rich in history and is generally safe and beautiful during the day, but at night I wouldn't wander too far off the beaten path. If you consider yourself a city person with street smarts, you'll be fine watching the moon shed light on 300-year-old buildings. Miraflores, this is an upscale neighborhood full of expats and rich Peruvians, staying mostly in high-rise or newer condos and hotels. It's right on the ocean, has many high-end restaurants, shopping, and things to do day and night. In my opinion, it's a little too internationalized for someone interested in getting the feeling of being in Peru. It's not much different from staying in any big modern city in the US or Western Europe. Barranco, this is where I felt at home. There are artists, hippies, geeks, all wandering around together in a funky, cool environment. The buildings are older and have some character, more character than Miraflores, but the area seems safer than Old Town Lima, though not quite as historic. You'll see some of the best art in Peru. You'll find live music in bars and on the streets. You'll hear teenage rappers spinning heartfelt rhymes to a bass beat. Shine a big smile for 5 soles tips. You'll see lovers whispering and families playing with their kids in Barranco Plaza. There are art galleries and cocktail lounges and in 100-year-old mansions. Plus, you can catch a nice clean bus from Estación Boulevard in Barranco, direct to Miraflores or Old Town Lima stations without changing buses. So you can easily do day trips to the other interesting stops around town. Here are my suggestions of where to stay in Barranco. If you select one of these places I recommend below, you'll pay nothing extra, but I'll make a small commission. The first one's a backpacker recommendation. The second one is a moderate hotel. Then there is a high-end hotel if you have fat cash and burning a hole in your pocket. So I'm trying to cater to everyone here. And then there's a furnished apartment. This is where we stayed Honestly, the neighborhood was a little seedy, but we booked last minute, so we were lucky to get anything. The internet was great, and the kitchen is fully equipped, so I was able to catch up on projects mostly and cook some nice meals. The neighborhood was okay to walk during the day, but at night we took a taxi in and out. But it was so cheap, we didn't mind paying for a taxi every few days. If you're new to Airbnb, there's a code here you can use for a discount. It was about $20 a night. And then best food in Lima. You're going to laugh, but I have been learning to eat street food. You see, I lived and traveled in India for 40 months. And upon arrival, I met a few expats who told me about violent illness they had from eating street food in India. So I stayed away from it until now. When I met 𝐂𝐎𝐒 of 𝐻𝐿 Venture, she was always trying street food everywhere we went and was never getting sick. So I started trying it and haven't gotten sick yet either. This first one is a food cart in Barranco in front of this grocery store, link provided. You'll find the food cart in the above picture. I really love their avocado sandwich. It's literally only avocado and bread. They'll put a little salt on it if you want. They also have egg, cheese, and sausage sandwiches. They also have a few warm drinks that are delicious. Quinoa and emollient are the two drinks. We would run in the morning and stop here for breakfast. For 3 sandwiches and 2 warm drinks, it cost us 7 soles, or about $2 for both people. The second choice here, La Cantarana, Barranco. This place has great food, so it's packed at lunch. This is a favorite for locals, but many tourists show up here also. It costs a little more than a typical Peruvian restaurant, but cheap compared to US prices. Not far from the Barranco Plaza, link provided. Chill Restaurant Vegetariano. When you're in Old Town, when you're on your Old Town walking tour, this is a great choice, especially for vegetarians. The lunch special was 10 soles, which is about $3 US, included a starter, an entree, and a juice. And then Central Restaurant in Miraflores. The accolades are endless for this place online. Best restaurant in Latin America, 5th best restaurant in the world, best chef in the world. Bring your money with you. We never made it here, but we were told it could easily cost $100 to $200 per person per meal. And then the last choice here, Uma Tita, Comida Vegetariano in Barranco. This is a great guy. Peruvians are very European in nature as a former Spanish colony. So lunch is typically their largest meal of the day. This booth in a typical Peruvian market serves a beautiful lunch for 11 soles, about $3.50. It includes a juice, super salad, and a large main entree. Nightlife in Barranco and Miraflores, Peru. Okay, it's party time. Here's the walking tour we actually did in Barranco and loved it. No, really, we did this, so we know. La Noche Barranco. This is the first stop on the tour in the Google Maps link below. We read online that you need to experience what actual Peruvians of all ages like to do. We were told they like to dance and sing to traditional Peruvian music. So we headed here, according to what we read online. On the night we were there, the place was dead. We walked in around 10 p.m. Crickets. Nobody was there. I say try it anyway. See if you have better luck. Let us know. Even if you have our luck, you'll walk past a bunch of places that appear more promising. We just kept walking, but maybe you should stop at one of the two and let us know how it goes. We just kept walking to the next place. 𝐈𝐍𝐼𝐻. This is on the Barranco walking tour. It's the cocktail lounge I mentioned in the old mansion. It was so gorgeous we wanted to come back when the party started. This is the mansion built in 1875, which now functions as a chic cocktail lounge with food. We totally loved it. Selfie time. The drinks prices, Pico Sours, seemed really high to us at 28 soles. Or about $9 a drink. So we decided to order doubles for 33 soles. Great idea, do that. We really love this place. This is where the beautiful people come to see and be seen. But after we made our appearance, $10 drinks in Peru, what? We decided to exhale our pumped up chests social status and slum it for a time. So we wandered on down to a famous laid-back place called Bar Hensley. This place was more relaxed and fun. I wanted to see the inside of the above 100-year-old mansion, but one drink was enough at those rates. I have nothing to prove. Honestly, I felt silly buying $10 drinks in the previous place in Peru. I know it's not a lot of money for the US or Europe, but believe me, it's a lot of money for Peru, and it just felt pretentious. And so this Hensley bar had live music by some really talented and passionate musicians, plus it was 10 soles for a large beer, or $3 US for a double beer. Somehow that made more sense to me. We also checked out El Dragon. This place was playing decent music, but it was a bit sleepy when we were there. Let me know if it came alive when you go. I'll keep it on this list if you do. It was just around the corner from Hensley, so it's worth a try. If I've missed any hot spots in Barranco, please let me know so I can add it to the list. Just make a comment below. I love Barranco so much I never bothered to check out the nightlife in Miraflores. But here's a walking area people recommend in Miraflores. There's just a link here. It's off Park Kennedy. I mentioned it in the Miraflores walking tour. If you'd like to learn how to make money online or how to live internationally, possibly with less money than you spend at home, come to Vagabond Buddha and subscribe, or get a free copy of my ebook. Here's the Google Maps walking tour of the Barranco nightlife. Okay, next up, livability factors. You probably have your own requirements when considering whether you would live somewhere or somewhere. My livability factors are walkability, internet reliability and strength, quality food choices for reasonable prices, and weather. I add all that up and it leads to a desirability level to whether or not to desire to live somewhere or not. Walkability. The Barranco area of Lima is walkable. If you can afford to live there and don't need to commute to work, this would be great. It's cheap to live there, but Miraflores is walkable also, but a little spread out for my taste. You'll find yourself having to take taxis for a lot of your needs if you're in Miraflores. So only Barranco is completely walkable in my opinion. Internet. Lima is a big city with fast, reliable internet. I don't think that's going to play a role in your decision. It's going to be good no matter what neighborhood you live in. Food. All three areas, Barranco, Miraflores, and Old Town Lima, have great restaurants and grocery stores with everything you need. But Barranco is just more compact and walkable within the compact area with more close food choices. And the prices are better for food, both at the restaurants and grocery stores. The weather is great in all three places. Desire to move here? I could easily live in Barranco, and the cost of living is reasonable. I wouldn't like to live in Miraflores or Old Town Peru, although they're fun to visit. Flights and buses to Lima, Peru. Non-Peruvians don't usually say the words, "I'm going to Lima on holiday." Rather, they say things like, "I'm going to Machu Picchu," "I'm going to see the Nazca lines." Lima is a place you investigate on the way because it's in the way. So while you're here, I suggest seeing at least Old Town Lima and Barranco. So how do you get here? Bus from Trujillo. If you're in the north heading south, bus from Trujillo to Tolima. I use the Altarusa bus company, Google Maps link provided, and a link to the bus station place. Just go about an hour and a half before the bus, pay for your tickets, jump on the bus, and off you go. And it'll take you to the link provided in Lima. There's 2 stops in Lima. Make sure that you get the centralized one. You don't want the one in the north. This is a 10-hour bus ride. It costs about 75 soles, which is, I don't know, $25. Uber works in Lima, and I suggest using that. An Uber taxi to Barranco from the bus station is about 12 soles, or about $3.50, $4. A bus from Paracas to Lima, Peru, or from Paracas to Lima, Peru. You can catch a nice bus from Paracas to Lima, Peru There's a link to the Altarissa website and the bus station here, there, and in Peru. So, and that costs about 30 soles, and then to go to Caracas to Lima, and then take the Uber from the Lima stop to your place in Barranco is about 12 sole. Flights. If you need to fly into Lima, you'll get the best price from Skyscanner. The cheapest day of the week to depart from most places in the world is often Tuesday or Wednesday. When you land in Lima, make sure to get a Peruvian SIM card so you aren't paying international roaming rates when you use my Google Maps. If you'd like to start living internationally or to learn how to make money online, whether you can travel or not, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha or grab a free copy of my ebook. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thanks for stopping by. And just a reminder, if you've enjoyed this video, if you found some value here, if you could like this YouTube video, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, or come and subscribe to vagabondbuddha.com, that would be great. Thank you so much.